There's something about the ocean. It hides everything. Secrets, bodies, and sometimes, people. This is the case of Lynn Bradley, a 23-year-old woman who boarded a luxury cruise with her family in 1998 and never came back. March 21, 1998. The Rhapsody of the Seas set sail from Puerto Rico. Amy, her brother Brad, and their parents thought it was a much-needed vacation. Amy had just graduated from university. She was sporty, headstrong, and close to her family. But this cruise was her first time out of the U.S. On the night of March 23rd, Amy and Brad hit the ship's nightclub. Witnesses said Amy was dancing with members of the cruise band, Blue Orchid. The last sighting. Brad returned to their cabin around 3:30 a.m. Their dad, Ron, says he saw Amy on the balcony at 5:30, but when he woke again at 6, she was gone. Her shoes, cigarettes, and ID were still in the cabin. She had no reason to leave. And no one saw her go. Theories that don't float. The cruise line insisted she probably fell overboard. But Amy was a strong swimmer, and there were no signs of a struggle. And here's something chilling. Passengers reported seeing Amy the morning after she vanished. One even said she was walking towards the elevator with a band member, but the ship never locked down. It docked in Curacao, and every single person on that ship was allowed to disembark before a proper search was done. Traces in the Caribbean. Then came the reports. Over the next few years, people across the Caribbean claimed they saw Amy alive. A Navy officer said a woman approached him, trying to speak, before being taken away. In 2005, a Canadian tourist saw a woman in a brothel who said, "My name is Amy Bradley. I need help." The sex trafficking theory. One theory began to grow. Amy was abducted and sold into human trafficking. The cruise ship crew may have been involved. Amy had told her family she was uncomfortable with how certain staff members stared at her. Was she being watched? Followed? The man who lied. In 2005, the family was contacted by a man named Frank Jones. He said he was a former Navy SEAL and knew where Amy was. He said she was being held captive and promised a rescue mission. But it was all a scam. They lost not just their daughter, but hope again. Still missing. Today, Amy Lynn Bradley remains missing. The FBI has offered a $25,000 reward. The case is still open, but the ocean still holds its silence. She had 4 tattoos and a fear of deep water. She didn't fall. Someone took her. If you know anything, contact your local FBI office. And remember, sometimes the sea keeps its dead, but sometimes it hides the living. Amy Bradley's case remains one of the most chilling disappearances at sea, tangled in conflicting reports, missed chances, and enduring hope. If her voice really was heard, begging for help, then somewhere out there, the truth still lingers in the shadows. My opinion on the Amy Bradley case. Amy's story is haunting. It stands out not just because she vanished from a cruise ship, but because of the many reported sightings afterward, the frustrating missteps in the investigation, and the possibility she may have been trafficked. If even one of those sightings is real, then she might have spent years waiting for help that never came. The story is a tragic reminder of how easily someone can slip through the cracks, even in plain sight. It's a case that deserves more attention, more questions, and, above all, justice. This is History Undercover. Subscribe to uncover more stories that demand answers, because history never forgets.